I haven't done the intro yet. This is all B-roll.
Dear listeners, welcome to My Bad Poetry, a show about why did we do this. Really feels like we jumped the shark now that we're talking to actual poets.
Rhyme or free, it doesn't matter to me. It's My Bad Poetry. Good day and welcome to My Bad Poetry, a podcast where we take a deep dive into our poems from youth, yesteryear, or even yesterday. Always asking the question, why in the world did I write this? I'm Aaron.
And I'm Dave.
And together this week, we continue the seemingly endless quest of finishing the Wolf Journal. So we can put it to rest.
Are we going to have like a burning?
No!
When we're done? Are we going to burn the Wolf Journal?
Will not burn. No, there's plenty of blank pages to be had.
Oh. I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
Ooh.
Coming after the Swifties yet again.
Yet again. So we are within a page turn of the end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're skipping over the song page for right now because I haven't found the audio for that one. But we have...
And if God is a good and kind God, you won't find the audio for it.
This is most certainly true. We have very short vignettes on this page.
Okay.
I think we'll probably have time to cover the one... Yeah, we might be able to stretch this into 3 more episodes tops, I think. But then...
Yikes.
Yeah, then we'll finish out this season. And like you said in the pre-intro, we don't know where we're going to go. But
yeah,
it's been fun.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Whatever it goes to, it's been a journey. And I'm still excited to interview some other wonderful poets, to talk again with some of our past poet friends. I think we've got some wonderful things coming in our future.
Yeah. We got enough.
Especially because then Aaron's crap is done.
It's done. The Wolf Journal will howl no more.
So we started this in 2020?
Oh gosh, was that fall of 2020?
I think so.
Yeah, I think I reached out to you in like July. Yeah.
So it took us 4 years to get through your book. I would like you to think about that.
Yeah, I'll work up a formal apology by the end of this season.
Good.
3 more episodes, I'll have written something.
It better rhyme. It better rhyme.
We get a couple rhymes here in the last couple pages, but...
Ooh, nice.
A couple, like literally maybe 2.
I hate you.
But Dave, how about you bring us into the realm of bad poetry with one of your poems? You said you've written 2.
Okay. So I had nothing. And I came up with taking the first poem that I had ever written for the show and improving it.
Whoa!
I couldn't do that because it was perfect. So instead, I just changed the last line. So it's not that interesting.
I honestly have no clue what you wrote about the first time. So I'm very excited to hear it again.
So this is a poem called Repeat.
Okay.
There once was a podcast so strange, whose hosts were entirely deranged. They chatted and yapped, their gums they did flap, yet guests carried them far out of range.
Ah! I like
right?
it. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Especially because it's still 4 lines of insulting us, which is good. I feel that's accurate.
No, that's very good. But our guests have really expanded the horizons of this show.
And of my love for poetry.
Yeah, who knew? Dude?
Like, that's the cool part, is that when you first contacted me about this, I thought, oh, great, we're going to talk about poetry, something I haven't done since high school?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, speaking of high school, here we are.
No, you might need to hear the other poem.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If you want to, yeah, okay.
I was going to make a joke that only makes sense once you've heard the poem.
Ah.
But I won't do... okay.
Thanks,
This
Dave.
is a poem... Yeah, this is a poem called Citrusel.
Oh, gosh.
Days can be difficult like sifting whey from curd, but at least it's not tough to push out a word. Life can hit you on the nose with a painful boop. But I know that through pushing, I can jump through the hoop. Finding joy through success seems too high a hump. But I know it's just a bit of a bump. Life can tear me down with just a strong hit. I will overcome because I can take a short rest. This week's podcast is brought to you by Citrusel.
Dave,
Yes? Yes, Aaron?
we just had a presidential laureate
I know!
on our show.
I know!
And we follow it up with, well, maybe the most junior high of poetry.
With this, let's say, crap on the page.
This is why we can't retain followers, I think. This is why.
I know!
Oh, wow. Well, welcome to My Bad Poetry, folks, where you never know what you're going to get.
I think that is my favorite part, though.
That's...
We were literally, like... When we heard that we might be able to talk to Richard Blanco, and we were like, no, that's insane. Like, we'll never talk to that famous of a poet. And then we did. And the next episode, all I can think of is poop jokes. Sorry, but I'm
used
not.
up all your maturity in that hour with Richard Blanco. You were like, I gotta keep it clean and professional. Now it just comes running out of you.
Job of being professional. See, it's funny because the term diarrhea literally means to run through. You're welcome.
You see, Greek etymology. We're getting back to our roots here.
Yeah, we're weird.
Well, okay. I'm glad you've taken up a lot of this time because I'm not sure what we'll get out of this. But in the Wolf Journal, we get to a page. Again, we're turning our page from a completed song, which is probably about a minute long when it's performed.
So not completed.
Not a complete song. I mean, maybe a TikTok hit, you know. But
Yep. If I know anything about you, Aaron, it is a absolute banger. This is gonna be the next in a minute. I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up.
No, not quite. This is surprisingly a lament about letting someone go, you know, as one does. But turning the page, we get to written in pen. So remember, we've left our pen days behind. We were in pencil for a while. But written in pen, it says, if I get to this page, make sure I celebrate. So.
Okay.
This was written probably back during the black pen phase, which would have been last noted probably about at least 20 pages ago. Or maybe, yeah. So I wrote it something, and then I flipped to the middle of nowhere white blank space, and I wrote, if I get here, throw a party. I mean, yeah.
Woo.
Oh, dear listeners, Dave has made a makeshift white flag of surrender.
It was meant to be a celebration, but I only have white paper around me. But that is pretty accurate to how I feel about your poetry.
So, do you want to hear what I decided to write on this celebratory page?
All I am hoping for is the sad boyiest of sad boy poems. Let's hear this
Here
trash.
we go. Now, I would say that this is a prose poem in its widest of definitions.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
He sat alone, having music play in the background of his mind. His thoughts ran in stampedes, leaving dust and confusion in their paths. What he believed was love only seemed to torture him whenever it was felt.
And that's all the time we have for the podcast this week. This has been my bad poetry. Now go write your own bad poetry because Aaron has taken all the bad poetry.
Oh. I thought you were going to say because Aaron has written a masterpiece and we need more bad poetry for the show.
No. I'm sorry. I'm going to need you to...
Type that?
Type that in chat.
Okay.
Also, put an L in the chat for how bad that poem was.
Aw, look at you using slang.
See, I'm cool.
I got an L.
I'm hip with it.
Stampedes, leaving dust and confusion, as one does.
Correct.
In their paths. I'm just picturing thoughts as buffalo.
Yeah.
I don't think
or
that's
horses or
wildebeest.
The dumbest giraffes. No?
Reactions, Dave? It's in the chat now.
It is in the chat. I feel as though we have to reiterate, if you make it to this page, celebrate. He sat alone. That's what we got.
Woo! Music in my mind. I don't even know if I have music playing in the room.
That's true. I wonder if you could, have a different spin on the music, or, you could read it as positive. That, he sat alone having music play in the background of his mind. And it's like the Mario Party you just won kind of music. His thoughts ran in stampedes, leaving dust and confusion. Okay, in their paths. Not really a hopeful thing.
We kind of lost the steam there.
Yeah. What he believed was Hove.
Oh, that's supposed to be love. That's a typo.
Typing. What he believed was love only seemed to torture him when it was felt.
Whenever.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that's hardly ever needed. When it was felt would be better.
No. But really, why say a simple thing when you could make it more wordy?
Yeah, thoughts ran in stampedes, leaving dust and confusion in their paths.
Yeah.
Very concise, very straightforward. It's like a song from Wish.
Oh my gosh. Oh, is this written by AI as well?
No, maybe.
No, I do think that's interesting, though. His thoughts stampede, leaving dust, confusion in its paths. Or in their paths, or... Yeah, you claim it's plural thoughts.
Yeah, I kept everything plural. My thoughts are stampedes in their paths.
I would absolutely love it if it was his thoughts ran in stampedes, leaving dusts and confusions in theirs paths.
I wouldn't put it past me. Yeah.
I don't know what's plural, I don't know what's possessive, but it all feels wrong.
Yeah. No, any more thoughts on thoughts? No. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Sorry, you were saying the idea is brilliant to have stampedes?
Oh, no.
Oh.
But could be executed better.
Mm-hmm.
In the way that it currently feels I would like to be executed.
Like Mufasa to the wildebeests. No!
Yep.
Yeah, that's an execution by stampede.
You are a monster, and I will never forgive you.
Yeah. Torture, again, come at us, Swifties. I was writing tortured poetry.
See, but she is talking about her torture, and you are torturing people who are reading your crap. Speaking of crap, ladies and gentlemen, please buy Citracel. No?
I mean, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't seem very celebratory. It's the thing underneath it isn't either.
Of course not.
So it's bad.
Yeah.
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 So in the question of good or garbage,
Yes, Dave.
I would say I remember, I believe it was in 5th grade.
Ooh, Dave memory.
Yeah. It was my birthday. And there was something that happened at school. Like, it was just a little thing in the classroom, whatever. And I got home, and no one mentioned my birthday. It was very quiet, very whatever. And I thought that they had forgotten it was my birthday. So I sat on the couch, and I was humming happy birthday to myself. And it turns out that my parents had invited friends over for a surprise birthday party, and they were hiding behind the couch. And I feel like this poem perfectly fits the first part of that story. Just sitting on the couch, celebrating with the music playing in the background of your mind.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, this is sad boy poetry
Yeah.
at its saddest. Well, we're gonna end this week.
With the words of a true poet, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Who did
to
have the
you.
rights to that? It just expired. Some family had that.
Just expired as in like 8 years ago?
Time is relative at this point. It feels
It's
like
because we're
yesterday.
both old now. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
No, it's written by a kindergarten teacher. And it was, good morning to all, good morning to all, good morning, dear students, good morning to all.
So it was the tune that was copyrighted?
I believe so.
Fascinating. I always thought it was the words.
Think it was the tune, but now I'm doubting myself because that's what your poetry does.
I am the sower of doubts.
Now that's a good title for a poem.
I'll work that into my apology.
Yeah. That sounds real good.
Yeah. We're going to end this week with the words of a true poet. This week coming to us from Jane Hirschfield, born in 1953, and this was a poem written in 2012. I think... No. What is the pattern of a haiku?
575.
Okay, this is not a haiku, but it's a short one. So here is I Sat in the Sun by Jane Hirschfield. I moved my chair into sun. I sat in the sun, the way hunger is moved when called fasting. I'm not quite sure what this one means, but
No, but I like it.
the way hunger is moved when called fasting. That evokes more thought and imagination than a stampede leaving dust and
Oh
confusion.
my gosh.
So, this has been my bad poetry.
Now go write some of your own bad poetry.
Yay! Rhyme free doesn't matter.